The problem with Tom Homan has always been that he's not bright enough to be a blowhard, and now it turns out that he is, in fact, dumb enough to be caught taking a bribe. It's the biggest story not being talked about. And part of that is because people's attitudes are, what do you expect from the Trump administration other than corruption? And part of it is because Trump has ordered that the investigation into Homan be closed. Well, members of the House Judiciary have had enough. They are demanding that Pam Bondi and Kash Patel hand over evidence, including video and audio recordings of the bribe. As several media outlets have reported, Tom Homan was caught by undercover FBI agents accepting a cash bribe of $50,000 to funnel government contracts to businesses. Several facts are important here. First, as MSNBC and the Washington Post report, Homan was not the original target of their corruption investigation. They were led to Homan by a business that they were investigating who offered him up. Second, Homan was caught by an FBI undercover sting operation that recorded the whole thing on video. Now the Trump administration is saying there's no evidence. So just like the Epstein files, there's all of a sudden nothing to see here. Here's Christian Caroline lying to the American public about it just yesterday.
Caroline, so too on the Homeland investigation, can you just speak to, did the president ask the Justice Department to close the case, and does Homan have to return the $50,000?
Well, Mr. Homan never took the $50,000 that you're referring to, so you should get your facts straight, number one. Number two, this was another example of the weaponization of the Biden Department of Justice against one of President Trump's strongest and most vocal supporters in the midst of a presidential campaign. You had FBI agents going undercover to try and entrap one of the president's top allies and supporters, someone who they knew very well would be taking a government position months later. Mr. Homan did absolutely nothing wrong, and even the President's Department of Justice, even Kash Patel's FBI, looked into this just to make sure. They had a number of different prosecutors and FBI agents who looked into this. They found zero evidence of illegal activity or criminal wrongdoing. In the White House and the President stand by Tom Homan 100% because he did absolutely nothing wrong, and he is a brave public servant who has done a phenomenal job in helping the president shut down the border.
Every single factual point Levitt makes here is a lie. If we are to believe Caroline's warped version, the Homan investigation was stopped by Bondi and Kash Patel because it's all a misunderstanding. Homan did not accept a bribe. Instead, what happened was Homan, who doesn't like brown people, came to accept Kash Patel. It's a very heartwarming story of a wannabe tough guy racist learning to love non-white people. It had Kash Patel almost in tears. Well, the Democratic House Judiciary Committee members are not having it. They released this demand to Bondi and Patel. Now, normally, a letter written to administration officials from the House Judiciary Committee would be confrontational at best, boring at worst. This letter is absolutely hysterical. Take a look at the opening. Dear Attorney General Bondi and Director Patel, do the Department of Justice and the Federal Bureau of Investigation have video and audio recordings of White House border czar Tom Homan accepting $50,000 in cash bribes from undercover FBI agents stuffed in a brown paper takeout bag from the restaurant chain Cava? It certainly sounds like you do. Oh my God, really? It sounds like a third grade teacher just caught Bondi and Patel playing doctor on the playground. It certainly sounds like you did. And the committee members address them that way because they know they have the goods on them. The FBI fundamentally never does a sting operation without video recording it, precisely because they don't want to be accused of entrapment. The committee knows the video exists, and they know Bondi and Patel are lying and engaged in cover-up. That's why they write, according to internal Justice Department documents corroborated by multiple sources, hidden cameras and audio tapes captured Mr. Homan accepting $50,000 in cash in a restaurant takeout bag and agreeing to help the agents. Whoops! Did you really think congressional committee members wouldn't come after the evidence? Bondi and Patel are not even remotely clever enough to get out from under that. And the committee lets them know that. Your explanation for your actions has been incomplete, unconvincing, and at times downright embarrassing. All right, that's humiliating enough, but if Bondi and Patel thought things were going to end there, they were very much mistaken. The committee went on to say that the no credible evidence line rings especially tinny because that is the same line the Trump DOJ and FBI are using about the Epstein files. Boom! Now that is what you call killing two birds with one stone. The committee not only lets Bondi and Patel know that if they destroy evidence, they will go after them too, they also use the occasion to raise the specter of Jeffrey Epstein. The letter goes on to demand all video, audio, and photographs of the sting, all communications between the White House and the DOJ, all files and sub-files of the investigation, and, most importantly, all financial records. That, in particular, is going to lead to what Homan did with the $50,000, and did he claim the income on his taxes? Oh no. Is tough guy Tommy guilty of tax fraud too? I can't be the only one who wants to see how tough Tommy is when he's behind bars. Sadly, the Constitution prevents him from being shipped to El Salvador. Saved by the rule of law, Tommy Tough Guy. How's that for ironic? I'm Anthony Vincent Gallo for Occupy Democrats.